my mammal jammals? Long time no see, and I do apologize for that. But we are out here on another everyman adventure. I am paddling across some open water bay to an undisclosed island location. I've just set out. There's a slight chop in the water right now, nothing too crazy. Winds are coming directly out of the south, I believe. I'm not sure what the tide situation is right now. I don't know if we got an incoming, outgoing, or definitely don't think it's a slack tide, that's for sure. But we're on our way. We're on our way for an island overnighter. Stick with us. Enjoy the show. What is up? We're here. I've already got the hammock set up. I went back to the boat to grab some other items, and yeah, this is my little island paradise. This is my third trip here. First time was just a day trip, and then well, I got to make sure I follow these game trails. You know, got to preserve dunes. You know, but it's my third trip here, second overnight. And first overnight, I'm gonna tell you, the first night I spent here was horrible because of mosquitoes. And I am, yeah, a little concerned about them this time, but not as much. The weather is much different this time around than it was last time. So, one, we got a whole lot of wind. It's really windy. It was blowing my hammock was a sail. I mean, it was crazy, that thing. Actually, that's something I'm going to talk about too while we're here. I'm using a different hammock this time, and we're going to talk about that hammock a little bit. But anywho, we're here now, and I've pretty much got, well, what camp's going to be set up already. Here, take a look. So this is pretty much where I'm going to be sleeping anyway. Let me tell you about this hammock though. This is a hammock by MCN Hammocks. They are all handmade, custom made hammocks. They are a one-man operation as well. And this guy cares about quality. And this is actually one that, well, he gave to me. He gave me this hammock, and he gave it to me as a friend. We were both at this thing called Rockadock, and he was a vendor there, and I was talking with him, and he let me have this hammock. And you want to talk about lightweight. This would be a backpacker's dream hammock right here. And I believe it's 11 feet. So it's the biggest hammock I've ever slept in. And I don't have an underquilt big enough for it yet. So I'm going to test it out tonight because I won't need an underquilt. I'll just need a sleeping bag. And I've got, you know, a fairly cool weather sleeping bag. I don't have my 0 degree mummy bag. There's no need for it. I'll be way too hot in that thing. But we're talking about getting down into the 60s tonight. So anyway, I'm gonna sleep in this bad boy tonight, and we're gonna I'm gonna test out a hammock that's really a little more suited to my size. But man, this thing is so lightweight that it just, I've got, what do I have? Let's see what I got hanging out in here. I've got my sleeping bag, I've got an MRE, a hatchet, a net for catching crab, and a little rain fly just in case. I don't think I'm going to put that rain fly up. I put this in there just to try, I put that in there just to try and weigh it down a little bit. And it still wanted to take off. This thing is so light and it's so strong. They come with a built-in ridge line on them, already set, you know, to the proper length. And yeah, this is going to be home. This is going to be home tonight. This is home for the next maybe 24 hours. I don't know. It took me about 20 minutes to cross the pass and reach the other side shoreline, and then I just traveled that shoreline around for a little while till I came to this spot. And here we got bay waters, and then over there on the other side of those dunes we got Gulf waters. We're gonna explore a little bit and check some of these things out. But I'm gonna kick back and relax. That was a pretty strong paddle that I had to do. I haven't paddled open water in a while. And I'll tell you, the pass was pretty rough. There was a lot of boat traffic, so a lot of wakes, and also there was a lot of cross chop. And you know, a lot of it was hitting me broadside. I'm sure you saw some of that in the video. So anyway, I'm gonna kick back and relax for a little while. Welcome to another Everyman Adventure. I'm your host, Andy. Here we are at our undisclosed island adventure. Stick around, y'all. What's up? We're gonna go wade in the water for some crabs. The sun's still a little high, but I believe the tide's going out. And there's a whole huge flat right out here. And we're gonna see if we can catch a couple blue crab for, you know, maybe a snack or maybe even dinner, depending on how many we can get a hold of. It's a little windy to build a fire though, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. I sure would love to have some blue crab while I'm out here though. Let's see what happens. Let's get at it. This wind is making it very difficult to see in the water to see crabs. And I can really only see good right in front of me. You know, maybe 3, maybe 5 feet in radius around me I can see fairly well. The problem is the big crabs aren't going to let me get that close to them. You have to see them from a distance out. And usually the only way to spot them is the flash of their red and white markings on their claws as they, you know, swim away from you quickly. And I have not seen a big crab out here yet. I've seen several little guys, but I haven't seen any big ones. And I'm in about knee-deep water right now, which is plenty deep, you know. You don't have to be in crazy deep water to see big crab. I haven't seen hide nor hair of an at least 6-inch wide shelled blue crab. So that's about the size I'm looking for, and bigger even, you know. But a good 6-inch wide shell on a crab would be pretty good eating. I don't know. Just to show you guys, these are the ones that are running around out here. See if I can get him to cooperate with me a bit. These are the ones that are running around out here. and they're just too small to eat. And now that I got him in my net, actually, he's probably not going to want to let go of it. But I'm going to get him out of here. Maybe he'll let go. Yep, there he went. He's doing his grab. Hey, he's sticking his claws out to his side. Like, what? What are you going to do now? They think they're so tough. The little ones even. But that's about the size that there is out here. I've seen a bunch of those, and I'm sorry, I'm just not going to try and eat them. They're just too small. They need to grow, and they need to live a life and have, you know, maybe have babies at some point, and then I'll eat them. But right now, I can't do that. So, that just gives you an idea of what is out here. Little guys like that. I know there's big ones. Something had to make the little ones. Maybe I can find one of the daddies. That would be nice. Or one of the mommies. Actually, no. I won't eat the ladies. Crab hunting unsuccessful again. Appears it may be MRE for dinner tonight. I just don't know which one. I got chili mac, and I think I got some kind of Mexican chicken stew. I'm leaning towards the chili mac. I'm a big fan of chili mac anyway. I may not have given up though. I don't think I've given up on crabs just yet. There's still plenty of daylight left. But I'm gonna come and chill out here for a minute, sip on some water, maybe try again later. They're elusive little buggers, but they're delicious. So I'm quite honestly considering moving my camp. Because this wind is nice, don't get me wrong. It's nice. It's a good sea breeze. But, as you can see behind me, it's a little much. I mean, I'd probably sleep like a baby tonight with this breeze. It's supposed to cut down by about half. Maybe 7 to 9 miles per hour. Right now we're around 12, 14 mile per hour winds. I'm contemplating moving camp and heading, watch this, over there. There's a whole, all that brush though. Let me tell you, here in Florida, things like that, they're almost impenetrable. They really are, unless you find where something has already made a way in. That's some serious bush right there. And it might be more trouble than it's worth, so I don't know. Might just stick it out here. This isn't, I didn't do this. I sat up and the wind did it. Here, watch this. Let me sit back. All right. Oh, look, I'm gonna sit up. Oh, yeah, the hammock stuck to me. Yeah, it's pretty windy. But let's go check out the Gulf side. Let's walk over there and see what's up with that. You want to see something pretty? You're about to see something pretty. Let's go check this out. Look at this, man. Yes. You know, people love to come and go to the beach around here. And I mean, it's nice and all. I grew up in this area, and I remember back in the 80s, this is what the beach looked like. I mean, it was unspoiled, untouched most places, and now they've built up and condos all over the place. It's just not the same. Look, we got, see the tracks? Believe it or not, for it being, you know, an island, yeah, there's deer, and I think there's even bear out here, and raccoon, and I mean, there's all kinds of stuff out here. But anyway, check this out. This is what happens when you come up over the dunes. Wham! Boom! Gulf of Mexico, baby. Right there. You know what you do when you see something like this? This is what you do right here. You do this right here. That's right. Kick them shoes off. You're walking that sand barefoot. You gotta be careful out here though, walking barefoot. I'll be honest with you. Because there's a whole lot of shells. There's a whole lot of shells on this island. Yeah, imagine that. An island with a whole lot of shells. Anyway, let's check this out. Look at this. Just look around. It's really hard to find, you know, remote areas anymore, it seems. Such is life though, I suppose. You know what I need to do? I need to circle back around to where I came over the dunes and pick up my flip-flops, because I left them over there. I left them that way. I left them over there. I gotta go get my flip-flops. Uh-oh. It's gonna be a fun circle around. I think I'm just gonna take the beach way again. Why not? I got so comfortable walking barefoot on that sand. Totally forgot I even had flip-flops, man. Sun's gonna be going down here soon. I think I'm gonna try to get some crabs. I may have to dig a hole for the fire. I may have to dig a hole and put the fire down in a pit and keep it low, and you know, maybe just have enough of a fire to cook some crab and then bury it. We'll see. I do love blue crab, and I'd love to have I'll be happy with just one, but it wouldn't be worth it to start a fire for just one. So 3 would be great, and I could eat 3 whole crabs, trust me. All right, let me get my flip-flops, make it back to camp and chill out for a little bit more in the hammock. All right, let's get these flip-flops. So I got this teriyaki beef stick out of this MRE. Now, some of y'all, I'm sure, are familiar with Slim Jims, right? And the slogan for Slim Jim is "Snap into a Slim Jim." There is no snapping into this. It's almost like somebody snapped into a Slim Jim and chewed it up and then reformed it back into a tube. Like, seriously, what in the hell? It doesn't taste bad, but the texture is just the texture is questionable. Oh, I don't know. It's always fun though to eat an MRE for a number of different reasons. Well, you never know what's inside them, really, all of them. I mean, I guess you kind of do. This one had a beef stick. That's kind of new to me. They almost all have the cracker and then a pouch of jalapeno cheese spread. Which, if you like Cheez Whiz, those are really good. So, I think I've pretty much relegated myself to the fact that this is about the best it can get as far as, you know, a place to call home for the night. I just took a walk. I just took a walk to the west, and expecting I might be able to get, you know, back to some of those trees that are back there, that tree line that there is, but it's all swamp. And I definitely saw signs, and believe it or not, yes, it is true, there are alligator here. I definitely saw signs of alligator. You know, they've been tramping through some of the brush and everything. Deer and stuff like that, they leave a very narrow trail, you know. Something the size of like an alligator that crawls on its belly, they leave a very wide path. And these were definitely, and it was swampy. I mean, come on, what else is going to be going through there? But anyway, so I decided, in order for me to even find a way to get into the woods there, I'm going to have to walk farther than I'm really prepared to walk at this time of day. Plus, I don't want to leave my kayak too far. I don't want to get too far away from my kayak. So, yes, I relegated myself to the fact that this is where I will be staying regardless of the wind. This wind is kind of sucky. You know, it's always nice to have a fire when you're camping. Fire is out of the question. Absolutely not. No fire tonight. Way too much dry grass and way too much wind. So I'm not even going to worry about catching crabs. This wind is not going to die down. There'll be no way I can cook. So crabs are out. MREs are in. If I decided to head to the east of me, I have an even longer way to go, and it'd be better just to pack up and get in the kayak and paddle to the east, to the next area of this island that has any trees. I am in a beautiful area. Unfortunately, right now the wind is just really being a pain in the ass. To be honest with you, I tried to put up a small rain fly as like a wind blocker, and the way my area is situated here with the trees, I really didn't have any feasible way to set that up where it was going to be even close to being effective. So I'm about to heat up an MRE and eat some chili mac and drink the last bit of the water that I have for myself for today. And I think I might just call it a day for this one. The moon's starting to come up over there. Looks like a pretty full moon even. Hey, might have to get some night stuff of that. I don't know, I'll check back in around sunset with you guys. I'm gonna eat some dinner, and once again, just kind of kick back here in the hammock, hang about camp. Whew, chili mac, sounds good. Get it? So I know the lighting right now is horrible, but I was just sitting here, laying here, just kind of relaxing for a minute. And I heard what sounded like a sniff, like a, you know, kind of off to my right behind me. So I just kind of, you know, put down what I was messing with and started to peek over the side of the hammock here, and there was a deer probably 15 feet away from me. And I guess he was sniffing, or she actually, it was a doe. I guess she was sniffing something out over there. And I must have spooked her whenever I peeked my head around, because she went lit off, you know, back over towards the swampy area. But that was wild though. She was right there 15 feet away from me. Didn't even hear her come up either. All I heard was a sniff. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. All right, it's getting late. It's getting dark. It's not even late. It's just getting dark. I'm probably gonna go to sleep here soon. I'll talk at y'all in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The wind has not let up one tiny little bit. The only difference now is it's blowing from the north and not from the south. I am in my sleeping bag, completely enclosed. And I've even got my small rain fly on top of me as kind of a wind break as well. I probably slept from about right after sunset, so we'll say around 7:30 till I don't know, around 1 or so. And I've been up since, trying to figure out just how to get myself kind of good with the wind that's going on. And it's proven really, really difficult. I'm having a hard time. Oh geez. But putting the rain fly on top of me and wrapping it around my sleeping bag has definitely helped. You know, I could have brought my underquilt, and that might have helped me a little bit. But the big thing was the wind cutting right through this sleeping bag. And this is a very thin fabric hammock as well. So that doesn't help either. It doesn't really do much to block the wind. So right now I'm actually doing pretty good though with having the rain fly on top of me. And I'm kind of cocooned inside the rain fly and the sleeping bag combination. And it's not too bad, but if you listen, I'm going to shut up here for just a minute. I want you to listen to the rain, or the wind, the rain. I want you to listen to the wind outside this tent, or hammock. Dang, I can't even think right now. Listen to the wind outside. How about that? We're just going to say that way. Here, hold on. I'll even put you guys out there for a second. That's the edge of my hammock right there. This wind has been constant since I got here.
never really anything less than, probably nothing less than 10-mile-an-hour winds since I got here. So yeah. Sorry, that was dumb. I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. We're gonna see if I can, at least get another 2 hours of sleep in before sunrise. And yeah, all right. See you in the morning. We are off, and I'll tell you what. This is that was the worst night I've ever had in a hammock. I'm not even kidding, ever. And this wind is really the only thing to blame for it, I think. It is still windy. I'm saying easily 10 to 12 mile per hour wind out of the northeast, which is basically head on for me right now. I'm paddling into a headwind and coming into choppy seas. So the fight's not over yet. The struggle is far from over. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling the struggle has just begun. But it is 7:40 and I am on my way back to the car. Let's see how this goes. I'm ready to get it done.
Less than a mile. I'm headed towards that red rooftop across the bay here. It's less than a mile from where I just left. When I say less than a mile, I'm talking only by a couple hundred feet though. So might as well call that a mile. It's a mile across some pretty good choppy water into a headwind pretty much. Crosswind more than anything actually. I don't want to lie, it's more of a crosswind, yeah. This has been a rough one. Oh, but are they ever really easy? Honestly, are they ever really easy? If you're really gonna go out and have an adventure, is it ever really an easy one? And if it is, you're not trying too hard. You're not pushing yourself enough. Alright, it's about to get hectic, y'all. There's some crazy water up ahead. This water has no rhyme or reason to it right now. This is gonna be pretty wild. That boat's wake is gonna come at me here soon, which is gonna disrupt the pattern that the waves already have. Here we go.
little bit of torpedo action there, a little submarine on the bow. We're getting there though. The water's beautiful today, I will say that. If I could stop and look down, I would. But I gotta keep this thing moving. I gotta keep this paddle going. This is the worst. It's the worst place to be right now. It's out here in this pass during choppy and windy conditions. But this is actually more fun and exciting for me than having to sleep in that hammock was last night. That was just absolutely miserable. This is adventure. This is excitement. This is dangerous. But we're almost there. If I can give any of you guys that might be watching this channel that maybe have never done a paddle across water like this, if I can give you any advice, and by all means I am not an expert, but what helps me get through it is I keep my eyes on where I'm going. I lock my hips and my knees into my kayak so I have as much contact with the boat as possible. If you have rudders or a rudder, keep your feet on those rudder pedals and steer as much as you can using your rudders and not your paddle. And then once you get that, just keep moving forward. Just keep making forward progress. That's all you can do at that point. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep moving forward and try to roll with the punches. Because this is wild, y'all. This is wild. This is probably some of the worst water I've been in. I'll be honest with you. I've been out here in the I've done this paddle before. I'll put it this way. I've done this paddle before, and there were large swells, but they had maybe 5 seconds between them. This is choppy and crazy. And it's coming from all different kinds of directions. Here comes the big waves. We'll try to turn into them. Keep moving forward. That's all you can do. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep moving forward. We're about to break into some even crazier water here. This stuff is retarded. I see the boat ramp. Probably about a half mile away. You can probably see in the GoPro on my chest, you can probably see the red roof of that house that I'm headed towards. And if you can see that red roof, I'm going just to the right of it is the boat ramp where I put in it. That was pretty wild going through the pass like that. I think that's the craziest it's ever been for me to go through there. We're almost there.